Hi again everybody, TGIF, and welcome back to UT Mental Season 3. This week we've been talking about stigma. Eliminating stigma is something that I am very passionate about because as somebody who has had a lot of experience with mental health, I have heard a lot of negative things about mental health. And a lot of things that are just totally untrue, and a lot of other things that are just totally inappropriate to say. Getting rid of stigma is about being conscious of other people's feelings. And I know that might be hard for some of us to think about other people's feelings, but it's something that we need to do as part of a collective trying to start a conversation and really talk about stigma and kind of try to move forward to getting rid of it. Because somebody experiencing a mental health issue should not have to feel bad about what they're feeling. So this video is all about feelings today. So here are the 7 most untrue things I have ever heard about mental health that really have been leading to stigma. Number 1, it's just a phase. This is really funny to me because it's probably not just a phase, and making that kind of an assumption is very patronizing. What you're basically doing is trivializing somebody else's experience with mental health and illness and essentially making them feel bad about it. But maybe the problem's a little bit more serious than that. And if this is somebody that you really care about, do you want them to be thinking that maybe it's just a phase and maybe they'll just get over it? Or do you want this person to be thinking, wow, I have some really supportive people around me. I'm so glad that this person understands. Personally, I agree a little bit more with the latter. Number 2, you're weak. So this one's really interesting to me because I don't think that somebody dealing with a mental health issue is weak at all. In fact, I think that they're quite strong because they're walking around with this weight on their back every single day, wondering if they might fall apart or wondering if their illness, how much it's going to affect their life. I think that it's quite strong that people who are dealing with mental issues are out in the world and they're still trying to live their lives and hopefully trying to get some help for it. And it really doesn't help if somebody close by them or somebody who they're closely related to is standing around calling them weak. So the next time that somebody with a mental health issue approaches you and tries to tell you about the problems, don't say anything about weakness. In fact, tell them that they're being quite strong. Number 3, this person is just playing the victim. It's their own fault that they ended up in this situation and they should have done more to prevent it. This one might be my personal favorite. When I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues, maybe a year or 2 ago, I knew somebody who told me this. They were basically like, why are you always playing the victim every time I approach them with an issue? I did learn to stop approaching them with these issues because I didn't like to feel patronized and I did not like to feel victimized. And I felt like since this person was telling me I was a victim, it was making me into a victim. It was also creating some sort of a strange power structure that I really didn't appreciate. Because mental health issues are not just an excuse. They're not something that someone might try to exaggerate, and if they are, then there's a deeper issue going on there. But usually somebody who, in my personal opinion, somebody who is dealing with a mental health issue is trying to reach out to their networks when they're coming out to people and telling them that something is wrong. I don't think that these people are trying to be selfish. I don't think these people are trying to play a victim. I believe that they're genuinely hoping that somebody actually cares for their well-being. Number 4, a mental health illness is not really an illness. So as long as the body's okay, we should just not care about the mind? I think differently. You can have bodily health issues and you can have mental health issues. Because the body and the mind work together, so either one of them could be ill or be having an issue. And I think that equal importance should be given to both. Number 5, when I first started dealing with mental health issues, some of the select people that I told and that I was trying to get some help from, they were basically like, you need to see a doctor. And they were like, you really need to go and you need to get help. But this isn't my phrase for phrase number 5. My phrase is, isn't there a pill for that? To me, this says that medication is the solution. And I don't think that mental health can be saved by a pill. I know. There's been a lot of research in this field, and I know that there are drugs that exist that can help people with mental illness. And I totally get that that can be a supplement for some people. But I don't think that a pill is the be-all, end-all. I think that mental health recovery comes a lot from the people that you're surrounding yourself with and your internal thought processes. And it's a lot about socialization than it is about popping a pill. So I can take a pill for that. But there's a lot of other factors to it. And a pill definitely will not solve everything. Number 6, just think positively. Though thinking positively, I think, might be a start to some issue resolution, I don't think that it's so easy to just kind of turn your insides over and do a 180 of whatever you're currently feeling. Though optimism is great, it's almost like it's just a phase, you'll get over it. And finally, number 7, the myth that you can't help someone who has a mental health issue. I think that this one is the most important because I think it is so untrue. We can all help each other as a collaborative, as a collective. I think that the best way to be there for somebody who's suffering from a mental health issue is literally to be there. Offer your support, offer your empathy, offer your ear. Because chances are somebody that's suffering from a mental health issue is dealing with a lot of stigma, and somebody who's there with empathy and support and a shoulder and an ear ready for them, that can make all the difference.